Hi, hello, Dr. Ramesh. Today I'm going to discuss about the introduction to the mechanics as part of mechanics series. So before entering into the particular topic, I want to introduce the what is the meaning of mechanics. Mechanics is one of the most important part of physics, which describes about the motion of object which are under the action of forces. Mechanics is divided into the two subcategories. One is statics and another is dynamics. Statics deals about the behavior of the particle when it is at rest, and dynamics it deals about the behavior of the particle or the body or the system when it is in motion. And again, dynamics is split into the kinematics and kinetics. In case of kinematics, mass and the force is not the considerable parameters, whereas in case of kinetics, mass and force are the main key parameter to discuss about the motion of the particular system. Coming to the matter, body, and particle. Generally, to describe the mechanics, we use different terms. Some cases we may use the term like matter, some cases we use the term related to the body, and some cases we use the term like particle. For example, particle is under the action of some force. The body is influenced by certain forces, and different forces are acting on the matter. These are the general terms we used in explanation related to the motion of particular system. So main difference between the matter, body, and particle is matter occupies space and it has mass. Body is nothing but it's a part of matter and consists of large number of particles, and some body may resist, some are having elastic nature. And coming to the particles, it is very small in volume and mass is concentrated at a particular point. Coming to the force, force is an external agent which can able to change the state or motion of the particular system or the body or the particle. When we want to describe the nature of a particular force and a particular system, we should use or we should consider different characteristics of forces like magnitude, direction, and point of application and nature of the force, etc. For example, when you take in this is a particular system, here 10 Newton is applied towards the positive x-axis. In what way we can understand by using this diagram? Here 10 Newton represent the magnitude of the force and it is heading towards the x direction, that is its nature is pulling force towards the x-axis. And here the C is taken as the point of contact because the force is applied on the particular system at C and direction of the force is towards the x-axis, positive x-axis. So in this way, whatever the force is applied on a particular system, we should discuss the things based on these characteristics like magnitude, nature, the point of contact, direction of the force, etc. We know that force is a vector and it can be resolved into the different components without changing its actual force. The force can be split into the rectangular components or inclined components. When you take in this force, This is the force acting on this particular object or the dog. So it can split into the horizontal component and the vertical component. Generally, horizontal component is represented with the F cos theta and vertical component is represented with the F sin theta. Coming to the inclined plane, here the person is sliding down on some inclined plane which has the inclination angle 25 degrees. Here multiple forces are acting on this particular person like normal reaction force, frictional force and gravitational pull downward. To balance or to cancel certain forces, we split the gravitational force into the perpendicular and parallel to the plane, perpendicular to the plane and the parallel to the plane, so that we can equate the normal reaction force and the perpendicular component both are acting in the opposite direction, and this parallel component and the frictional force component both are acting in opposite direction. So to solve the particular problem, the resolution plays a major role to decide which kind of force is acting on a particular system and how much resultant force is acting on a particular system. And coming to the vector basics. Here I discussed the little basics related to the vectors because force is a vector because it should represent both the magnitude as well as direction. So vector is represented by the like a tail and head point of view. The starting point is take it at tail and it moving towards the head direction, and this is the representing the magnitude. And the addition of vectors point of view, for example, 2 Newton and 3 Newton is applied on a particular system, the total force is not 5 as per vector point of view. So it mostly depends upon the direction, in what way it is applying on a particular system. Based on that, addition plays a major role. Here, for example, when we take in, this is a tail and it is head and A vector. This is a tail and it is head B vector. So when you see one head and another tail is joined, here the angle between these two is taken as theta. So the resultant is A plus B. That is nothing but addition of vectors A plus B. When you take in subtraction, here the major difference between the addition and subtraction is here both tails are added, A and B tails are added, but here one head and one tail is added. When you take in this type of system, B head towards like opposite direction that represented with the A minus B, its vector is minus B, the resultant is take it as A minus B, that is also take it as subtraction of vectors. Coming to the resultant of two vectors, for example, the force 1 and the force 2 is acting on a particular system, resultant is not like first vector and the first force plus second force. It depends upon the angle between the component like a force vector 1 and the force vector 2. Generally, the magnitude of the resultant force is measured by using this formula like R equivalents to square root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. And coming to the different examples, here this body is influenced by two different kinds of forces. One is acting upward and another is acting downward. The resultant is take it as up minus down because both are vertical components. Here also vertical components, but one is acting up and another is acting down, but down component is more than the up component. Then 200 is Newtons is the down resultant. But here it is influenced by the three forces. Two are vertical components, one is the horizontal component, but these two vertical components are equal and it acting in the opposite direction. Both cancel together. The component of horizontal, like in the negative x-axis, that should be considered. The resultant is 20 Newton left side direction. Coming to the this different kinds of forces. This force is the vertical force. There is no resolution takes place. That is, whereas it is the horizontal component, no vertical component takes place here. And when you take in with some alignment with the horizontal, it can be split into the two components. One is the horizontal component, another is the vertical component. So this is the one way of explanation related to the resolution of vectors. And coming to the system of forces, several forces acting simultaneously on a body is called as system of forces. System of forces are split into the two different varieties. One is coplanar system of forces and second one is the non-coplanar system of forces. Here, coplanar again split into the collinear, concurrent, parallel, and non-concurrent and non-parallel forces. The complete behavior of the complete explanation related to the system of forces will be discussed in the part 2. Thank you very much. I hope it might be useful for your preparation related to the mechanics. And if any queries, please contact us. Thank you. Thank you very much.